When did you leave Europe? When did you leave Holland?
52. And we went to New Jersey. I went to school there.
Why did they leave?
Well,
If you don't mind me asking.
oh no, no. The trite comment that everybody uses is to give my child a better chance in life. Pop was a carpenter, and there weren't many jobs around. He was given a job on the Holland America line as a ship's carpenter. I used to hear the Love Boat kind of stories before they became a thing on TV. And that job was obtained through my natural family. I mean, it's just a distant relation. Was a big muckety muck at in the Holland America line, and he made a job available for him, and he sailed for when he started in 48, I think, and that lasted for about 3 years when they started making a decision to move. And in 1952, our sponsor was also, she's sister to my grandmother, and I never knew it. It's her granddaughter who contacted me in 98 and said, I think we may be cousins. So I think she's second cousin. I'm not quite sure how that, since I'm an only child, never had family, it's kind of hard to figure out how that works.
As far as there were no other survivors that...
No. Yeah. What is, because I've gotten some documentation. She's a wonderful, Bev is a wonderful genealogist and has a packet this fat. And it shows that my dad had a sister who was not married until after the war, or during the war, and they both were killed. And then there was a middle child born that didn't live. It was a stillbirth. So it's he and his sister. Mother was from a large family. She was one of 5. And everybody did the natural thing, gathered their children around them and went. Because when we last went to Holland, I was so hoping that somebody else did the brave thing, gave their kid away, and somehow I had a first cousin somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
But there were three boy cousins out of two marriages, and they perished as well. One was, as the records read, about 4. There were 4, 10, and 12 little boys. One renamed after my grandfather. Died in Soviet War. So it's, I was, can you imagine giving your only child, your baby away?
Every time I hear those kinds of stories, I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah, and I didn't fully understand that until I had grandchildren of my own. I mean, I have I have 3 little grandsons. And I know what a 20-month-old is like. They just dote on their mother. Whose idea it was. I'm sure they agreed on it. But when I talk about it, I always say, Daddy gave me away. And for a long time, when I first started thinking about that, I was very upset, very hurt.
Sure. When did you find out?
I want to talk to Dawn.
I'm sorry. I'm just too curious. It's just, of course, you don't know.
Almost when I was, before we came to the States.
Yeah.
I was nearly 12 years old. But it was handled in a very offhand manner. And that's why I'm saying hidden children have their own unique little family.
Yeah.
I didn't physically suffer like people who were in camp. So do I have a right to call myself a survivor? Yeah, you bet I do. But it took me a long time. I'm just now beginning to justify that feeling.
Sure.